Hey everybody, come on in. I am doing some stuff for my craft show that's coming up in 2 weeks, and I thought I would come live, show you guys a couple of quick things I'm doing. So come in, say hello. I'm just trying to pull the live up so I can see your any questions or comments. Anyway, I have a craft show coming up in 2 weeks. I'm just doing some little things. I have plenty of wreaths. Wreaths are not an issue. I have plenty of wreaths. So I just want to do a couple of small projects that I can sell rather quickly, that won't take a lot of time and materials, and that I think will be very popular. So I picked up these baskets the other day when I was at Carolina Pottery. If you're not from the Carolinas or in the area, then you probably don't know about them. But it's like a craft warehouse, not a warehouse, craft store, but they have housewares, things like that too. So these little ones were $6.99. The big ones were $9.99. I put some foam in it. I'm using this black foam that I got from my wholesaler. It's the same as the green. It's just a little bit softer. So I'm using that today to fill this in. Plus it hides pretty well. So I won't have to use a lot of the moss. So I'm going to do 2 of the small ones, 2 of the big ones. We're doing Patriotic. So I'm going to make them a patriotic, but something that can be used every day, not just for patriotic holidays. So it's not going to have patriotic ribbon or anything like that. It's just going to have the red, white, and blue florals in it. And then we're going to put a neutral bow on the front of it with this natural looking ribbon. Excuse me. We just, all of a sudden it started raining. So if you hear that in the background, that's what it is. So we're going to use some little fillers. This Boxwood is a favorite to use. I got this at my wholesaler. They carry this at Hobby Lobby as well. And then I'm going to use some Eucalyptus picks. We're going to put a couple of those in there. So we're not putting a whole lot in it. We won't need a lot of fillers and things like that. And then we're going to do a wooden door hanger. I like this one. This was a new one. Hey Jennifer, how are you? I love the Boxwood too. That's one of my favorites. I picked this up when I was at Sam's, the wholesalers. This was a new one I hadn't seen yet. And I have a whole bunch of the other ones. So I thought I would do this one. I thought it would be a cute one for a Mother's Day gift. So I'm going to do that with this ribbon here, which has got hummingbirds on it. I think we're going to do that one. I had trouble finding one that I really liked. But we're going to, I think, do that one and see how it looks. Alright, let's see if I can put this down here where it doesn't fall. How's everybody doing on this Saturday? Like I said, just as I decided to go live, it started pouring rain, so. Alright, let's do these first. So we've got our moss we're going to use. We've got the Boxwood. Let's do a big one first. Alright, let me get the tag off of here before we start putting things in. Welcome, welcome. It is a pretty sign, isn't it? Alright, let's get this off of here. So what's everybody doing today? Of course I have my trash can covered up so I can't put anything in it right now. Alright, let's open this up. I'm going to put the moss on first, I think. So I'm not going to glue the moss on yet. Glue will, when I poke everything in, the glue will hold it all in. But we are going to use some floral picks. So I just want to cover this up. So here's what the inside of it looks like. Let me zoom in so you can see. I don't know why my thing is doing this. Let's zoom in. Hopefully that's better for you. Yeah, I don't know why it's jumping around. I apologize for that. So that's what we're doing. We're using this foam in here, and we're going to put the moss on top of it. Stay. Aren't they cute? I don't know if Sims carries them or not. I got these at Carolina Pottery. Oh, what a mess. Alright. I was hoping I had some lighter moss to cover up this so it would go with it, but that's alright. It'll work. So we're just going to put this in here. It looks like Easter grass. And then I'm going to put a couple floral pins in just to hold it in place. See how it covers that up nice? Hopefully you can still see what I'm doing. If y'all can't, just yell at me. Hey, Josh. Hi, Logan. My poor grandson. He broke his elbow yesterday. Yeah, yesterday or day before? Yesterday. I can't remember what day it is. He's only 4. Poor thing. Got to have surgery on Monday to put some pins in it to fix it. I feel so bad for him. Alright, so I'm going to put 3 or 4 of these in. And these are just U-pins. You can get these in a bag at Hobby Lobby. Get them online, Amazon. There we go. That's it. See? Not going anywhere. Makes a mess, but it ain't going anywhere. Alright, we'll just leave these over here for the next round. Get all this out of the way. So, like I said, did you get some from Carolina Pottery too? Yeah, I hadn't been there in a while, and I went the other day. I had to go to the airport, so. Did you go to the one in North Carolina? They have one in South Carolina, and then they have one in Georgia. Alright, we're going to take these and we're going to separate these stems. So you got big stems right here. So you got a couple of different pieces all together. So I'm going to separate these, but I'm going to leave the middle one whole. I know, I feel so bad for him. He's only 4. So you know he doesn't understand why. I mean, he knows why he broke his arm. It was him being a boy. And I want that. I want it to come just above the basket. Do it in an angle. Above the handle is what I meant, not basket. It was in North Carolina? Yeah, that's the one I went to. It's only about an hour from me, but I was going to the airport, so I made a detour. Alright, we're going down in. Oh. Down, 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 down. Right there. That's where I want you. Stay. Stay. Alright, I'm going to spread this open a little bit. I don't want it to look like it's just all smushed up together. He's going to get wrapped in bubble wrap. You know what? It probably will not be the last. Hopefully it is, but it probably won't be. He's a boy. Not that girls don't do it too, but come on. Thank you. Alright, so there's our main one. I put it in at an angle, so I really shouldn't have done that, but it'll fix. It'll be fine. Alright, so we're going to do that one there. I'm going to take these 2 apart, and I'm going to take this one apart. Right? Right. Maybe not. We'll leave it. I don't want to pull them. If you pull too much of it apart, some of the stems are really, really thin, and it'll be hard to poke it in. So I have a pick machine, but we don't get along. So if at all possible, I try not to use it. I can use wooden picks as well. I'm just trying to open these up a little bit so that they're not just so compact and smushed together. So we got that one there. I'm going to put this one over here, so we're going to do like a fan. Hello, everybody. Thank y'all for coming and joining me today. Gotta see where my foam is so I make sure I hit it and not glue it to the basket, because I want to make sure it goes in there. Oh, great. I never called it in. Oh. Can he take like baby Tylenol or anything? Should be able to. I know it's not called baby Tylenol, it's children's Tylenol, but whatever. You know what I mean. Okay. Alright. So there's those. Now I'm going to cut these smaller and put them in the front. This one is really ticking me off. I'm going to see if I can pull it out. Probably isn't going to now. Let's see, this is a white and red. And that one's the same thing. There. I'm going to turn it around so y'all can see it here in a second. Matter of fact, I'll do it now. Alright, so once we get these in, I'm going to put in some of my... So these are just real quick sellers for my craft show coming up. It's not going to be anything that takes a lot of materials or time to make. I am an hour and, well, 2 hours from Sims. It's actually a little bit less, but 2 hours. I was just there last week. So that's it right there's one. Let's get the eucalyptus in, and then we're going to put a little bit of boxwood in. And that's it. That's all that's going in this. And we're going to put a little bow on the front of it. And it's going to be a cute little porch decoration. They could hang it in their home if they want to. I was thinking porch decoration because I decorate my porch in Patriotic from now until fall. So I have all the little Patriotic decorations and stuff that goes on the porch and the pillows and all that stuff. So, all right, so these have quite a long stem on them and they're very pointed. I'm going to put this one in the middle. So I'm going to leave this one, I think, long. Maybe not. Maybe not. I take that back. I lied. I lied. Started in YouTube, now on Facebook. I just posted last night's, what's today? Today's Saturday. Thursday's live. I just put it on Facebook or on YouTube today. So if anybody sees that one, it's from Thursday. Oh, I like that. I like it. I like it. I like it. These are cute. Get off of me. So yeah, I'm just getting ready for a show. I've got a show in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today. Which is actually my birthday. So I'm spending my birthday doing a craft show. Which, you know, I'm not mad about, so... It's not like I'm doing anything else. Alright, I want to do, I think, 2 smaller. Might cut this one down a little bit more. Trying to think here where I want it. I'm going to take some of these off of the bottom. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. I forgot to do that for myself. I tried texting Susan to see if she was busy, but she never answered me, so I'm sure she's busy. Thought maybe she'd want to come and hang out with me. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, one more, and then we're going to put our boxwood in. I always forget to share it for myself. I always rely on her to do it. Susan's usually on my lives and she does it for me, so I usually rely on her to do it, so I forget to do it for myself. So I'm just tearing off these bottom pieces because I'm going to stick this. I want it to be a little bit shorter. I don't want it to stick up so much. Wish I had a better camera angle where you guys could be behind me, but I don't. One of these days I might fix it to where I can. Okay. All right, let me see how I like that. So, I mean, this is cute just like that. Can you guys see it? It's really cute. All right, let's do a couple pieces of the boxwood. It's really not going to be used to cover it up because we have the moss in there. All right, let me see. Yeah, I'm just going to poke a couple of these in to fill in the area at the bottom. So this is boxwood. Again, if you don't have a wholesaler or can't get it from a wholesaler, Hobby Lobby does carry them. Get in there. All right, I wanted to cover up, just get covering up those stems where I put them in and where the little bit of glue is. I don't want that to be seen. Well, hello, Texas. How are you? Thank you so much for joining. All right, one. I don't see any glue there, but I do see some from the back, so I'm going to cover this up in the back, right there. And one more on the back side, and I think that'll be good. Then we'll make a little bow for it. Oh, that's still too long. All right, so this will cover up my glue pieces there. I think I need one more right here. Anybody doing anything fun this weekend? My husband will be home soon, a couple of weeks. He will be back. He's been gone for 6 months. I can't wait. They just moved him to another country, so he will shortly be on his way back to the States. So excited. All right, that's it right there. We're covering that one up. Now we're good. Okay, so there we go. What do you think? Nice and flowy, and so that'd be cute. Just hang that on your little porch. All right, let's make a bow for it. We're gonna put a bow on the front. It's not gonna be a huge bow. We're only using one ribbon. Excuse me, I don't know why my throat does this when I go live. Probably because I talk too much. I have to use a bow maker. Nothing wrong with that. But I'm not, I cannot do hand bows. I can't hold them. All right, so we're just going to do a small tail, probably 7 inches. Thank you. And then I think my loops are going to be about five inches. Yeah, we'll do 5. Yeah, I can't do, I can't hold all that in my hands. I had carpal tunnel surgery a couple years ago, and it helped with the pain, but I don't have any strength, excuse me, in my hands because I had had so much damage from the carpal tunnel. They can't fix that. They can fix the carpal tunnel, but they can't give you your strength back. Which I'm just grateful not to be in pain. But holding things sometimes can be a pain. Alright, I think I'm going to do 4 loops on each side. And then we'll do a center loop. That's 3, right? Sorry, it takes me a long time to make a bow. So if you haven't all heard, Susan and I are having a wreath retreat in September. It's the last weekend in September here in Raleigh, North Carolina. We are kind of taking over for Lori, who used to do them with Hardworking Mom. She used to do them. She decided she doesn't want to do them anymore right now. And so we're kind of taking over and doing them for her. Well, not for her, but in place of her. So if anyone's interested, I did pin the link down in the bottom if you want to go and read about that and get all the information. We'd love to have you. Scissors. Oh yeah, it definitely gives me a lot more control for sure. My loops might be a little too big. All right, so there's my 4, and then we're going to do a center loop. So I'm just going to do a smaller one here. And that's about 4 inches. I'm folding it over. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to make it a little bit longer because sometimes I make them too short. It is going to be fun. We're having a theme night. We're having a pirate costume party. Pirates were the theme for this year. We started that when we were doing them with Lori, and she would have a theme party at every retreat. So Susan and I, you know, being the silly ones that we are, we like to dress up, so we are going to continue that tradition. I'm going to do a zip tie, and then I think I'm going to use wire to attach it. She's doing good. She's doing good. She took a step back from some of her stuff because of her mom's health, but her mom's doing a lot better now, so she's getting back to a little bit of normalcy. Make sure I'm not bleeding, because I bleed easily. Don't want to bleed on anything. Alright, so I'm going to use a zip tie to hold this together, because that gets it nice and tight for me. I think I made my loops too big, but we'll see. Hello, how are you? Alright, so there's our center. Let's see how this is going to look. I may not like it, so you know, if I don't like it, then I gotta take it apart. Yeah, those are too big. Too big, too big, too big. Thought they would work, but I guess not. Since we just did it, we shouldn't have any problem straightening out our ribbon. But if you want to reuse it and you can't straighten it out like this, you can iron it or steam it. That'll work too. Alright, we're still going to do the 7-inch. Let me get this wire out of the way now. Still going to do the 7-inch tail. Let's try 4-inch. So yeah, we're doing the retreat. It's 2 days, well, it's 3 days, 2.5 days, I'll say, because we're doing the meet and greet on Thursday evening. We are looking for vendors. We have a vendor area, so we are looking for vendors. If anyone's interested, we have a very low vendor fee. We just want to help support our small businesses, so we're not asking for a huge fee. So we have people coming so far from Texas and Oklahoma, Virginia, Delaware, Michigan, Ohio. So we've sold quite a few tickets. We still have a few more to do. We're almost to our halfway point, which is exciting. But we're doing our meet and greet on Thursday evening. And it's right near the airport. It's an international airport, Raleigh International Airport, if you've never been. They have a free shuttle service to and from. But your retreat ticket includes your lunch and dinner both days. That one's going to be a little bit longer because we cut them down so much. I'm getting sidetracked here. Trying to talk about two different things at once. But lunch and dinner's included. We have the retreat, or the meet and greet on Thursday. The retreat is on Friday and Saturday. Susan and I will be your designers. If you have never seen any of our designs, please go check us out. Her page is AC Inspired Wreaths. She's also a designer for Lori in her design group. And like I said, we have a vendor area and the theme party. It's a beautiful hotel. They gave us a great discount. I mean, a very good discount compared to what some of the other hotels were wanting to charge us. They have an indoor pool, and it will be in September. So, you know, if you've ever been to Carolinas in September, we get hot. So the pool will be nice. And if I go missing, that's where you'll find me. So we are doing winter projects. We have our theme for our designs is a winter wonderland. We have 6 make and takes. All the projects and materials are included. So you get to make them and take them home. You can resell them, give them as gifts. However you want to do with them, that's up to you. I forgot to put my wire in. Stop talking. But you can, if you're a seasoned wreath maker, you can resell them, make back your money that you paid to come to the retreat. And if you're new, you can give them as gifts or use them in your own home. You do not have to be a seasoned wreath maker to attend. We will teach you. We give you step-by-step instructions. And we have some pretty amazing projects lined up for you guys. And it's not going to be just wreaths. Just saying. We have a lot of stuff planned, so we're looking forward to it. We're excited. We've helped Lori for a couple of years with her retreats, so now we wanted to do our own. Hello, everybody. All right, I think this one's going to work better. Sorry it took so long to do one project here. All right, I got to cut this down a little bit. So we'll do this one, and then we'll do, maybe we'll do the door hanger next. That wooden door hanger. Because we're just going to put a bow and some little flowers on it. And that'll be it with that one. So these are things that sell pretty easily and quickly at a craft show. They don't cost a lot of money. So people like that, of course. So you want to have different price points. You don't want just your wreaths. It's going to be so much fun. All right, this is the only thing I don't like is having this big gap at the top. It is a lot of work. But they're so much fun. Like I said, we've done them with Lori for a couple of years. All right, I'm going to use my little needle to poke this in through this basket. So these little weaving needles, I have them in different sizes. I carry the 6-inch and the 3.5-inch in my shop if anybody wants them. It helps you get these things, wires through on your wreaths and stuff. Do I want it in the front? Let's try it in the front here. So I'm going to go right through here, through the wire basket. And it's going to go, this way my wire doesn't get snagged and caught up on stuff. So we're going to pull it out right here, like that. And that's it. So they work on grapevines. These longer ones, they'll bend so you can get them through those tightly woven grapevines and that. And but you can use them for all different kinds of things. I'm going to leave that one out just in case. All right, I want my bow this way. I'm wrapping this around, and then I'm going to stick it back down in my thing for now, only because if I want to move my bow, I can. So I don't cut any of my wires in that beforehand until I'm all done, and then I go back and look at it and make sure that that's how I want it. It just saves me the trouble of having to make another bow, which, you know, I end up having to do half the time anyway, but whatever. So there. So I did the neutral bow just because that way they can leave it up all year if they wanted to. Like I said, some people do the patriotic theme, but they don't necessarily want to have the patriotic ribbon. Now you could do a patriotic ribbon if that's what you want, but for this, I'm going to do it this way. Now, if somebody there asks me if I can change the bow to a patriotic, I will do that. And I will take a ribbon with me that I can do something like that, because I do take ribbon with me to make bows while I'm sitting there. So, and those are always nice to sell as well. So there's that one. That's the bigger basket. So not a lot of product in it. So you don't have to sell them for a huge amount. The basket itself was $10. This pick right here, I think, was $5.99, so $6 for that. And then I put 4 pieces of this eucalyptus in there, and I put 4 of the boxwood in there. That's it. The foam, the moss, that's it. There you go. All right, let's do this door hanger. So this, again, we're just going to do a bow on this one. We're just using 1 ribbon. So I got this at the wholesalers. It's an 18-inch round, Home Sweet Home. It's got the real pretty flowers. I thought it looked really pretty for Mother's Day. But I don't want to use a Mother's Day ribbon because, you know, then that's, you know, that's very specific. So I don't want to do that. I want to make it so that they could use it for any time of the year. So I'm going to use a hummingbird ribbon. All right, we're going to take this, we're going to fluff this out. I will dovetail those. All right, because home is on this side, I'm going to put my bow on this side because I don't want to cover that up too much. You don't want to cover up the words. So on the reason I put these on the rope handle, so if you get these with the rope handle here, it's just a really thick piece of twine. It came with it, it was already attached. If they don't have it, you can always add your own. You can get the twine at, the thicker twine you can get at the Home Depot or the Lowe's stores. They have those there. But anyway, I like putting it on here because it doesn't get in the way of it hanging, and then I don't like stapling in that all to the thing. So not that there's anything wrong with it if that's what people want to do, but I don't do it. I like attaching them here. Oh, you did a custom? Yeah. Let me see. I might take this one off and do that. I think that's what I'm going to do. Only because with it all zip tied together, and we can get that zip tied back under there. With that all done up together, then it'll all stay in place. I'm going to cut these down, make them all even. Oops, why did I throw it up there? I don't know. And then we'll take that last piece and we'll use it to fill in around. Let's see, I want it to go this way. I want to see which way I want it to go. Yeah, that'll work. So I'm going to take and weave these in together, just get it up in there with the, so you can pull the greenery up over it, put a zip tie around it. Come on. What are y'all doing for dinner tonight? I hate figuring out what to do for dinner. I'm going to have to start cooking more now that my husband's coming home soon. It's just my mom and I, so usually I can run out and just get us something. I don't have to cook. All right, we'll spread all this out. We'll open it all up as soon as I get this on here. Get it nice and tight. going to take another zip tie, go up underneath, smash that bow down. After I went and fluffed it all up, now I got to smash it down again. There we go. I'm sliding this up underneath my other zip tie here. Sorry, it takes a second. There it goes. Sometimes they don't want to cooperate. Oh, pizza, that sounds good. I haven't had that in a while. Alright, here we go. We're going to put this on here. I'm going to have to go back and fix that. I don't want to take it apart again. I already did it once. I'm not doing it again. So all I have to do is change my zip tie out because I put it in the wrong way. We'll fix it. We'll fix it. Alright, let's get this done. Should not take this long to do these simple projects. Cut this off here. So I'm just spreading these apart, opening them up so that they're not all smushed and bunched in together. I'm going to change the zip tie so the bow sits differently, and then we'll take this, what's left of it, and we will add these into the bow. So I'm going to peel off some of these. Come on. Play nice. So all these that are wrapped in this tape will come off in single stems. Oh, let me hold this up for you. So see, it's not sitting the way I wanted it to, but it'll work. It'll work. Nobody will know. Nobody will know. We won't tell. All right. Cut these down short, and we're going to glue them in. Just put a little dab of glue on it, and then put it in between your layers of your bow loops. Right in there. It's also going to help keep your loops in place. So we got one there. Let's put another one on the other side. I bought him a new, hopefully he doesn't see this video before he gets home, bought him a new desk chair for his office. It's got one of them massagers on it, like the whole back, like when you go get your toes done, you get to sit there at the massager. I got him one of those. It's his little welcome home gift. He's gonna love that. Oh, we don't have another one of these. Okay, well, that's all right. We'll make it work. That one can be shorter. You can go in between your, open up the loops and put that in between as well. There we go. Twist that around. Thank you. It'll look a lot nicer when it's done and hanging up than what it does right now. All right, we got one more of these. We'll put this one on this side. Decorate those bows. Make them pretty. Those are pretty enough on their own, but alright, let's see what we got. Let's get these little flowers in here. There's this one and this one. I don't think we'll use the little twigs in there. This one's got 3 little flowers on it, so we'll put that over here too. cut it down enough, and then I'm going to have it like a layer, because you've got that behind, so we want this one here lay on top of it right there. So again, these are just little quick, simple, inexpensive craft show things that we're doing. You know, we all have our big old wreaths and swags and all that stuff, but we want to have a different price point, so we're just going to make a little. I've made some little moss purses and things a couple weeks ago, so I'll be taking those as well. Kind of like they were made out of the baskets like I did earlier, but they're little purses. They're shaped like little purses. They're cute. And I filled them with tulips. All right, now we've got our little greenery. I'm going to cut this one down though, because we don't need it this long. And I think that is going to be it. Get some glue on the back side of it. I guess we haven't done too bad with time. Put that one there. Oh, this one's a little limp. I'll put one over here, I think. Hold that there for a second. Get that in there. Need some small pieces to put on the top here. Get in there. That center loop doesn't want to sit right. Alright, so we're going to use up this last piece of this. I'm going to put this one going downward. Right there, and then one more right here. And that used up that one peck that we used. So we had one pick, the bow, and then the sign itself. This is going to go right here, I think. And that's it. So this one right here, we don't have a lot in it. The sign itself didn't cost me very much. I think it was probably less than $10. Where'd that go? It's probably going to be stuck to me somewhere. But it would make a great Mother's Day gift too. There we go. It says Home Sweet Home. I know there's a little bit of a glare on it. And I'll fix that bow because it's right now it's sitting opposite of the way I wanted it to. So I can fix that. And then once it's hung up, it's not in, you know, the bow's not interfering with it being hung up. So it's got this right here, and then I'll put a little leaf or something over the nub on the back for the zip tie. So these always sell really good at my shows. I have the everyday type that say welcome and things like that, and put a little bow on them with some eucalyptus and some boxwood, and those sell really good. So I know this one will sell too, especially with it being close to Mother's Day. Let's do a small basket. We already did a big one. Let's do a small one. Jen, do you have any of these in your shop? They're the Patriotic. I've seen different ones. This one came from somewhere else, but you probably have some Patriotic stuff in your shop. Check out Jam's Designs and Supplies. That's where that pink one I just used came from. So I know that she probably has some Patriotic. Oh, you do have Patriotic? Okay. So she's got Patriotic in her shop, just not this specific one. But it's probably more like that other one that I have over there. I can't get to it right now or I'd show you, but it's probably similar to kind of like what we just used here, but in the Patriotic colors, I'm sure. without looking. But this one came from her shop here. The pink one. This is the 60919. Alright, we're going to do the same thing we did with the last one. We're going to pull these apart. These all have little sections that you can pull off. Alright, we'll leave this big one here, but we're going to cut it down. So I want it to do the same thing as the other one. I want it to just peek over the handle. I'm going to use these two. These have the blue, red, white, and blue. These just have the red and white, so I think we're going to save those. But it's fun. I love their shows. I'm really disappointed because they would always do the one here in North Carolina and then they would do the other one down in Georgia. Well, now they're only going to be doing the fall one in Georgia. They're not doing it in both. And I'm really disappointed about that because they're only 2 hours from me. I told them I don't like that. But I get it. They get a bigger audience down there, and that's great, but it's just a little inconvenient for me. But they didn't seem to care that it was inconvenient for me. And I hope they will have the spring one up here. They haven't decided yet. So this one may have been the last one. Alright, so there, we've got those three in there like that. Yeah, I was really disappointed to hear it. But you're close to them down there, aren't you? Or it's in your state anyway. But yeah, they're only going to be doing the fall show in Georgia now. And they may not do a spring one up here. Because spring they did up here. And they haven't decided yet what they're going to do. So I was real disappointed to hear all that when we went to the one this year. But I love the designer, that Jim Roberts that they get. Oh, God, I love his stuff. That's the only reason Susan came, was because of him. She loves his work. Alright. Now that I've glued myself, yeah, they're 4 hours from you. Yeah, see, like they're 2 hours from me, so. But it's, for me, it's, I mean, I'll probably eventually one of these days go to the Georgia one, but I can't this year because we're having our thing this year, so maybe we'll plan ours differently if we do another one. You know how that goes. Alright, I think we're going to leave that last one out. We'll see if we need to put it anywhere. I'm going to go ahead and do the eucalyptus. Yeah, they didn't say, but everybody seems to love that Jim Roberts. So everyone wanted him to come back. So they made sure to get him back. He's a really, really good designer. He's a really sweet guy too. I don't know if you've ever seen him, but his work is beautiful. It's different. But I like Randy too. I miss Randy, but he was doing the one down there, I think, last in the fall. Randy's funny. He definitely keeps you entertained. But they had, yeah, I like Jackie. Yeah, I do like her too. And her and Randy play off each other really well too. Jackie Johns. And then that Ellis that they had this time was good too. 1, 2. I'm gonna put this one. I think I'm gonna put this one coming out the side. But yeah, they I love their designers. I don't think I've been disappointed with any of them. Not that I can think of anyway. I've enjoyed all the shows I've gone to. That's how I met. That's how I met Jennifer for the first time. Was at one of the shows. When I met Lori and all of them, her crew was there. Yeah, Bobby. I don't know. I don't even see him on social media anymore. He used to be on there all the time. he would hold classes in his area, and he would advertise them on his Facebook, but I don't even see that anymore, so I'm not sure what he's up to now. But I've met a lot of people going to the shows. Alright, I want 2 small ones, I think, in the front. Maybe we should do the Boxwood first. I'm looking, I'm thinking. Hang on. If you see smoke coming out my ears, it's because I'm thinking. Let's just cover up the glue first, and then we'll see if we want them. Yeah, I liked Bobby too. His stuff was really different. He always did those great big huge grapevines that had the real long flowy stuff coming off of them. It was fun. Heard something drop, but I don't know what it was. And our thing is only going to be 30 minutes from Sims, so if anybody's driving in for our retreat, they'll be able to go to Sims if they plan it right. We're not offering anything to, to go, but we're not planning any trips or anything like that. We'll be too busy. But I know there's several people who are coming in for the retreat who are staying, coming earlier, I think it is. One's coming earlier, one's staying later, so that they can go to Sims. Because they've never been, so that'll be fun. But yeah, it's not very far. It is a plus. I wish we could have arranged something, but it was just, that would have been too much work. I have enough work to do. I don't need that. So we gave them the information. We told them where it was located and everything, and that's, it's all on the website. But we made sure to let them know we're not providing the transportation to it. And they do have to be registered and all that. So we gave them all that information so that they could plan ahead. There we go. That's good. That covers up my glue. My moss covers up everything else, but that covers up the glue so you can't see anything in there. All right, there we go. The retreat is in Raleigh, North Carolina in September. It's the last weekend in September. I pinned the link in the comment down below if anyone wants to check it out. All right, we did 4 on the other one, so we probably need to do a 3.5 on this one because it's smaller. I don't want to go too big this time. And you get 6 make and takes. It's a 2.5 day event. We have the meet and greet on Thursday. We have the event on Friday and Saturday. Lunch and dinner is included. We are looking for vendors. We are have a very low vendor fee. We want to help support our community and our small businesses, so we have a very low vendor fee. And you'll have 6 make and takes. We are doing a theme party with dinner on Friday night. We're doing a pirate themed dinner. You don't have to come and dress as a pirate if you don't want to, but we would love it if you would. We like doing costume parties. My husband is even going to make, we're getting one of them backdrops, like a photo backdrop with the pirate ship on it. And my husband's going to build us a plank so that we can make people walk the plank. I thought that was funny. Yeah. We've done those too. We've had that too. When Lori had hers at her little studio there, she had a hotel directly behind it, so that was really convenient. And then her other ones, we actually would go to different destinations and have them at hotels there. But even then, you still had a little ways to go from the airport. So that's 3. Let's do one more. So we wanted it to be really convenient. It's like I said, it's literally right outside the airport, and then they offered the shuttle service, which we have not been lucky in the past to have hotels that offer a free shuttle service. They have a restaurant and a bar in the hotel, so we'll be hanging out there, having some fun. I'm sure we'll need it after we're done with everything. We'll be wore out. And then they have an indoor pool. They have a huge patio area too, with real nice patio furniture to sit outside with the fire pit and all that. We did that with that hotel that Lori's behind her studio. They had a fire pit there, and we would all sit out there at night and shoot the breeze and hang out there. Alright, so there's that bow. Now we're going to do a center loop. Again, it's going to be about 3 inches. I'm going to cut it off first. Oops, just pulled that out. Let's try it again. Alright, I want to use a small zip tie. And then we're going to use wire to wire it in there, because it's a wire frame covered in that moss. I know, I love that too. I've met a lot of people, I'll tell you, through this wreathing community that I probably never would have met anywhere else. And I enjoy it. I really do. And everyone is so great. You know, you meet people through your, you know, when you get to meet them online, that's one thing, but when you get to meet them in person, I don't know, it's just a whole nother thing. I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot. I'm very because I'm a stay-at-home kind of person, so I don't meet people when I go out anywhere else, because I don't go anywhere. I am a homebody. If I'm not up here working, I'm either sitting in front of the TV or playing games on my phone, tablet, whatever. That's the extent of it. I don't watch, there's not a whole lot I watch anymore, but it's usually on as background noise for more than anything right now. But I'm usually on my tablet either watching people's lives or playing games, you know, that kind of stuff. So, hey Marjorie, how are you, honey? I don't think Susan's on here today. I think unless she popped in and I didn't see her, but she, I think she was doing something today. I tried to tell her I was going live, but she didn't answer me. What am I looking for? I don't even know what I'm looking for. I'm looking for my little needle. Alright, let me get rid of this little excess hanging off. But I like teaching this stuff too. So that, I think, is what drew me to doing this. Because believe me, it wasn't in my plan until Lori said something to us about it. Why don't you guys take over and do it? And it was like, well, it's something I could look into, so I did. I am. I sell them in my shop too, but well, this one's a smaller one. That's not the size I sell. I sell these two. I have the 6-inch. These are plastic, like the yarn needles. People used them originally for like crocheting to sew off their ends. They're not real sharp, but you can use them to do stuff like this. Watch, I'll do this real quick and show you. So I put it on here, and then I just put it through. So you know how these little wires can get hung up on everything? This way it doesn't. So this is a metal frame. Let me find the cross. There it is. Because I want to get around that crossbar. And then it just pulls it through like that, and you're done. You're not fighting with it. I love these. And then for, let me show you grapevine. But wait, there's more. That's just popped in my head. See how tightly woven these are? Sometimes they can be hard to get your stuff through. So if you're trying to get your bow on there or an attachment on there or a sign, just put these in there and then it goes right through. It pokes it right through there. So you ain't got to fight trying to get it through. And I don't like wrapping my wires around the whole outside because then that means I got to cover it up in the back. So I can weave these in between and then tie it off and stick it in there. So yeah, that's what I use. And you can use them on mesh wreaths too. I know you don't do mesh wreaths, but a lot of people who do mesh wreaths, you can use them to go right straight through the mesh. You don't have to separate the mesh or any of your stuff that's on there. You can go right through everything and pull your wires through to put your signs and bows and all that stuff on there. So I sell them in my shop. I've been selling them for quite a while now. They're really popular, actually. All right, so we got that on there. So there's that wire's in there. So I'm going to take it and tie it off. So it makes it easy to tie it off. So you want to make sure that when you tie your bows or anything, if it has a frame or metal on it, you want to go to the metal. So like this, I don't want to tie it off to this straw or whatever it is on here, this mossy stuff, because this stuff will break. It'll come off. So once you do that, you know, then the bow's not going to be, you know, it's not going to stay on there. It's going to come off too. So you want to make sure that you take that wire and wrap that around something metal. Same with your mesh wreaths. You don't want to tie it off to your mesh. You want to make sure that you tie it off to your actual frame of your wreath frame. Because then you don't have to worry about it ever coming undone. That frame would have to break off in order for it to come undone. So yeah, these are a great help. And you can use them for other things too. You know, they like I said, they use them for knitting and sewing to sew off their ends. Then you can use them to teach kids how to sew because they're not sharp like a regular needle. All right, let me cut this off here because this one I know I'm not going to change. Yeah, they do. They work really good. They're a bestseller. I've had people buy them as gifts for other wreath makers when they see them struggling to put something on. That's actually how they became so popular in my shop, because another wreath maker was watching someone's live and she saw her struggling with getting her signs on, her attachments on, so she ordered some from me and had me send them to her. No note or anything, had me send them to her, and she was like in heaven. She loved that. All right, we're dovetailing. We can cut those down too a little bit more. Isn't that cute? So you can hang this on your porch. I need to bend these out just a little more. I don't like it all bunched up, but there we go. So there's the small one, and there's the big one. All right, guys, I will see you all later. Please check out our retreat information. Go to visit the website. Take a look at our pictures and stuff. You don't have, if you can't attend, that's fine. Go look at that stuff anyway and see what it's all about, because maybe in the future you'd like to attend. So have a wonderful weekend. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.